Hello everybody. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hello, welcome. My name is Carly, and on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I post sit-down videos explaining TikTok drama because it is so fun to talk about, and honestly, I love talking about things that are going on the internet with my bestie, and that's what I want my videos to feel like. Now, sometimes the things that we talk about do get a little bit heavier, but for the most part, I try to keep it pretty light, a little easy breezy, if you will. Now, before I start every video, I tell you guys which chapstick I'm using and what I'm drinking. I actually am drinking some water. I got an Awala and I kind of love it. It's kind of great. Like, she's already got some grass stains on her and stuff. Oh, they wipe her off. Great. Thank God. She's already kind of dirty, but honestly, I gotta say, I really love my Awala, and I have been drinking so much more water. I don't know if it's just because the water bottle is new or if it's because it's got an easier handle. The fact that the straw doesn't like stick up, that you can close it, that it fits in a cup holder, that I'm kind of acting like I just don't care with this one, and if it gets dinged up or banged or scuffed or whatever, I don't care. Or if it's just the fact that it's a little bit smaller. Don't know, but I love it. And I'm using my lip butter balm from Summer Fridays in the flavor Sweet Mint. This one is getting dangerously close to being out. I really love this one. Will 10 out of 10 be buying again, but I have so many others I need to use up first, so I'm just keeping it on my, buy again list. But that being said, I think we can just jump right into today's video. Now today we are going to be talking about TikTok user Kellsbellsbaby. She has a pretty decent following on TikTok, honestly. I've never really seen her content before, but like I said, decent following. Now, she recently posted a video about her boomer complaint. It's something you complain about that sounds like something your mom or dad would complain about, just something that really doesn't matter, but it bugs you like a pet peeve. I'm just going to show you her video, and I think you'll understand why people are kind of like, girl, what?
So I'm gonna need everyone to start popping out an earbud, turning off the noise canceling headphones when they're walking around, because a number of times I've tried to connect with somebody on the sidewalk or on the train, and I'm literally just met with silence as if I'm talking to myself is one too many times. The other day I was talking to this girl and she was wearing a sweatshirt with a sorority I was associated with, and I was like, oh my god, girl, try till I die, baby. Ignored me. I tried one more time. I was like, nope, nothing. Second one was this older woman. She looked so fabulous and chic, probably in her late 70s, maybe early 80s, red lip, scarf, glasses. And I was like, I cannot wait to look like you when I'm older. Nothing. Homegirl, earpods in. I was like, grandma, somebody please throw me a bone. Let me connect with you. What is going on here? Please take out the headphones. Look at me.
Now, if you didn't see this other video, there was another one where a guy was basically saying the same thing. He was talking about a girl being on her phone while he was out on a walk and wanting to talk to her, and she was on her phone ignoring him, and he was like, yo, what? Are we seriously so into our phones that we can't talk to other people even on a walk, that we have to be on our phones? And people were like, do you realize that maybe you were making her feel a little uncomfortable, or she just really did not want to risk having to stop and talk to you or being put in an uncomfortable situation, and that's why she was on her phone? Keep in mind, I'm on my phone all the time when I'm walking because I don't like when people stop and talk to me. Okay, that sounds mean. Sometimes I really don't mind, but there are times where I'm like, I don't want to be stopped right now. And I don't know, it weirdly happens quite a bit, and to the point where I'm kind of like, yeah, I need to have something that shows everybody, hey, I don't want to talk. And that is being on my phone. And people were pretty much saying the same thing about Kellsbellsbaby's video.
No. Sorry, but no. These babies, they stay in. I get it. I have complimented random women in the street, or a man be like, oh, those are cute shoes. Oh, I like that dress. I understand that. But it's also I want to leave my headphones in. I'm wearing my headphones for a reason. I don't want to talk to anyone. I'm trying to block out the New York City noise. I'm trying to listen to the same song 5 times in a row. It is what it is, It's not a bad thing, really. Just don't want to be bothered. And if you realize someone has headphones in and they didn't hear you, then you just move on. You said what you wanted, you put it out there in the universe, and you move on. It doesn't have to be this whole thing where I have to stop you, and you have to acknowledge me, and I have to acknowledge you. It's oh, they didn't hear me. Or, hey, I realize I'm with someone, and I see someone with nice shoes. I may say it to that person. I'm like, oh, hey, you see those shoes? Those are really cute. That's all you need to do.
So I'm going to go ahead and reply to this video with the same righteous indignation that this woman seems to have for people protecting their own peace in public. So I'm going to need extroverts to learn to shut the fuck up. You are not the raw perfect form of humanity. There are those of us out there, we do not want to interact with you. Us existing in public spaces does not mean that you deserve access to our time, access to our minds, access to our thoughts. Extroverts, learn to shut the fuck up and stop acting like everyone that is not wired like you is broken. I posted a video similar to this a while ago, and the amount of extroverts in my comments that were like, well, I just like practicing my conversation skills with people. Oh, and if you're going to hang out in a public place, you should assume that people are going to interact with you. My existence out in the world does not mean that another human being gets to have intimate access to me.
Some extroverts are some of the most entitled people I have ever heard in my entire life. And this is coming from a fellow extrovert. Because how entitled do you have to be to feel you are owed a conversation by someone who did not give you consent to a conversation? I've also come to realize that actually a lot of people do not know or do not respect what consent really means. Because it doesn't just mean sex, and I hope y'all know that. If you want to do something that involves another person, you need to get their permission to also do that activity. You do realize that, right? And listen, while I am absolutely an extrovert and I have no problem admitting to that, I'm also neurodivergent. I have ADHD, I have autism, and I get overstimulated very, very quickly. Whether it be from sensory things or from being touched, I get overstimulated pretty quickly. Ever since I was a child, I've always needed a pair of headphones on me at all times. I'll put in my headphones, preferably go to my own little corner, but even if I can't do that, I'll put in my headphones, listen to some music, maybe do some maladaptive daydreaming. I didn't know what that was until I was a teenager. And I like to do it for a little bit, sometimes not a little bit, but typically a little bit. That way it helps me with regulating my emotions so I don't get snappy at people, because I do when I get overstimulated and not left alone. And even if someone is not neurodivergent, even if they're just introverted, some people just don't like talking to people all the time. Some people just like to be by themselves. People like having their own vibe. People are a lot. Extroverts are a lot. Rather than trying to force someone who does not want to talk to you, why don't you just go find people who do want to talk to you? Building community isn't that hard. There are ways and places to do it. I've also just really grown to see, as I've gotten older, that the world is really catered to extroverts in a way that is genuinely just not fair. Like, people or introverts are typically told, like, hey, like, come out of your shell, cater to the extroverts, but sometimes extroverts just also need to shut the fuck up and leave people alone. Extroverts can be a lot, and that's coming from someone who definitely is a lot, from the ADHD, from the personality. Like, I can be a lot, so I know when to leave certain people alone, go talk or do things with people who do not mind me in that moment. It's genuinely not that hard to do, and it's really fucking entitled that you think people need to cater to you even if they don't know you, just you feel like you're owed a conversation. Introverts do not owe extroverts communication if they do not want to do it. Extroverts, not all, but certain extroverts just need to learn to go talk and do things with other extroverts in that time period.
Honestly, I think it's really interesting that this is a conversation. I do think it's worth having. If you don't want to talk to somebody, like, I feel like you shouldn't be obligated to. And if you want to listen to headphones or be on your phone when you're out and about and you don't want to talk to anybody, that is fully up to you. If you do want to talk to people, that's fully up to you. But you also have to be ready for them to maybe not want to talk to you, and perhaps just be ready kind of for that weird little kind of rejection, kind of like people ignoring you type situation. Now, she did post a video kind of following it up, and she stands 10 toes down on her statement.
So no, it's not satire, and no, people aren't required to connect with me. A lot of people have been coming on here and being like, oh my god, this white lady isn't getting attention. Like, oh my god, nobody will connect with her. And I think we're missing the plot. We're missing the point here. I'm not angry that people won't connect with me. I think it's more so collectively as a society, we are so engrossed in our headphones and our phones that we're no longer experiencing like life with one another. And whether that's like a fleeting moment on the sidewalk, in the train, it's part of human existence to communicate and see one another. And a lot of people on here are like, oh, that is not how you build community. It's like these deep, meaningful relationships. And how do you think relationships are started? You are not going to find some deep, meaningful relationship just like out of the blue. It's through conversations you have with people. And even then, like, people are like focusing too much on the community that's like these deep, meaningful relationships of somebody in your life has to be like your best friend. No, it can literally just be that you know that you have somebody like on the corner or on the street that's gonna recognize and see you as a human being. And I get people need to wear headphones for different reasons, like you had a bad day at work, you don't want to talk, I get that. But when the collective majority of people, like when you look around and nearly everybody has headphones in, everybody's staring down at their phone, like what are we doing? Things are so messed up in the world already. Like, I'm sorry for wanting to connect with another human and be like, hey, I like your shoes. I don't know. Girl, you have toilet paper on your feet. You dropped your wallet. You're about to sit in a man's piss on the freaking subway. So, I don't know. Y'all can be mad. You can stay mad. You can wear your headphones. But, like, sorry if I want to tell you you look pretty today.
And the comments in that video were not having it. OMG, you are why I wear headphones. Girl, I think you need to get a dog. There's a guy on this app complaining about women wearing headphones. You sound like a match made in heaven. Extroverts when they don't get attention for 45 seconds. Headphones on the streets are a nonverbal communication telling you we do not want that interaction. Respect that boundary, full stop. And then she responded, over ear headphones, yes, but I'm sorry I can't see in someone's ears. Like I said though, I think it's a very interesting conversation and I would love to know how you guys feel about this. Do you think that it's okay for people to not want to talk to people? Do you miss when random people would just talk to random people all the time? What are your thoughts on this? I definitely see both sides. I'm very much like, if I don't want to talk to you, I'm gonna have like my AirPods in and I'm gonna tuck my hair so you can see I don't want to talk. And if I do want to talk, I'll make eye contact with you or say like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like she maybe just wasn't reading the room correctly. So anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for sitting down and watching this with me, or watching me, you know what I mean. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's free and you don't have to interact face-to-face or one-on-one with me. If you want, you just hit that little subscribe button and that is it. But that's it for me today. Thank you guys once again for watching and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye guys.